In this video, we're gonna go over everything you need to know about lifting straps. So whether you guys are doing heavy deadlifts or heavy pulls, or some nerd on the internet told you guys need straps, we're gonna go over everything you need to know to use these effectively for your workouts. So if you find this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, comment any questions you guys got, and if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. So lifting straps are a really simple and useful tool, especially on your heavy pulling exercises. So when your back muscles or your leg muscles start outpacing your grip, this can be a great tool to keep progressing in the gym. Now, lifting straps are gonna be a little bit different than wrist straps. So wrist straps are more for wrist stability, whereas this is gonna be used mostly for grip. Now, there are different types of lifting straps out there. There are figure eights, there are hooks, there are Versa grips, and a ton of different brands out there. There are different grip aids like Chalk, for example, which we'll go over in a different video. But today we're gonna go over the standard lifting strap. So when you get the lifting straps out of the box, they're gonna come in these two straps just like this. So one end is gonna have this little loop in here, so you can see that loop, and the other side is just gonna be a regular strap. Now, in terms of actually setting up the strap, you're gonna have a left side and a right side. So what I like to do to make this super easy is you're gonna take the long end of the strap. You're gonna lay it across your hand like this between your thumb and your index finger. From there, you're gonna have this fat side of it and the loop at the end. You're gonna wrap this around your wrist until you get to the beginning like so. From here, what we need to do is funnel this long end of the strap through the hole or through the loop of this end. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring it up and feed it through just like so. So we're gonna feed that guy through the hole there. And now this side is perfectly set up for that left hand. So this is correct because the long end of the strap is gonna be between my thumb and my index finger, like I mentioned before. Now we're gonna do the same thing for the right-sided strap. So we're gonna feed in the long side of the strap through here. We're gonna wrap it around until it connects here. So wrap it around, and you can see that it now connects. We're gonna then feed in the long side of the strap through that hole. So we're gonna feed it through. And now we got that set up. So now the right-sided strap is good to go. Now there's three main pieces of equipment that you'll use for lifting straps, either the dumbbell, barbells, or cables. Now, for example, we're gonna go ahead and get this set up on the barbell, but this is gonna be very similar for the dumbbells or the cables or whatever implement you're using for the straps. So we're gonna make sure they're set up on the right hand, right? From here, we're gonna then tuck the strap underneath the barbell, and we're gonna lift up here. Hands will go over. So typically you're gonna go one side at a time here. So as you can see, my hand is on the top side of the barbell. The strap will be on the underside of the barbell here. From here, you can use the opposite hand to help wrap the strap around the barbell. So typically you're gonna do one big strap over, and then you're gonna have the strap come back through just like this to create that little X pattern here. So just to show it again, you're gonna wrap it through just like this, and then back through, kind of like in this X pattern. From here, you'll be able to place your palm over the strap and lock into place. You can also twist your hand to even get the strap even more tight. So that way, the strap itself is holding most of the weight and your hand's not really doing much of the work. Now that we have one hand locked in place, which you can use the other hand to help, we do need to get the other side also strapped into place. So with using just one hand at a time, it's a little bit trickier, but what you're gonna do is you're still gonna feed the strap through the underside of the bar. So if my hand's gonna go on top like this, the strap is gonna go underneath the start. Then it's gonna wrap around the bar just like this. So it's wrapped on top. I'm gonna use my thumb to keep it down into place here. And I'm gonna twist my hand on top. So now my hand's on top and the strap is underneath. From here, I'm going to rotate the strap in. So that way I'm getting more tension on the strap. And then I'm going to still create that X pattern with the strap and lock into place. So now the palm of my hand is pushing that down, and I can twist my wrist until it's fully tight. The first common mistake is gonna be too loose of a strap. So obviously in here, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it in. If it's really loose like this, you're not gonna get a lot of support from that strap. It's not gonna be able to really help you with that pull. So make sure to really fully tighten it first and then start your movement. The second common mistake is gonna be wrapping the strap on the same side of your hand. So let's say you're using an overhand grip like this. you obviously, like we mentioned in the tutorial, want to have the strap on the other side. But let's say you make the mistake of putting it on the same side as your hand like this. It can work relatively well. It's just going to be a little bit awkward to set up, and you might need your other hand to actually get into place. But just remember to wrap the strap on the opposite side of your hand and lock it into place. The third common mistake is being overly reliant on straps. Obviously, these are a very useful tool, but we don't need to use them for everything. They're very useful on your heavy lifts like deadlifts, heavy lat pulls, rows, things like that, but you don't need to use them on lighter exercises like dumbbell curls or lateral raises and stuff like that where your grip is not a limiting factor. Now, a little pro tip is don't be afraid to actually practice using straps. So go ahead and at home, go ahead and practice putting them on. That way when you're at the gym, you're super confident and you know exactly what to do. So that way you don't fumble over your equipment, and that way you don't feel silly at the gym. So if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and then obviously I've got a couple other videos here on the channel if you want to check them out. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.